Hey parents, it's Mr. Jim here. This back to school season, give your kids the tools they need to have fun while they learn with Osmo. Osmo's Reading Adventure Learn to Read game is an interactive tool for kids 5 to 7 that help them practice and develop reading fundamentals. Because it's never too early to fall in love with reading. Visit playosmo.com to check out the Reading Adventure new reader kit today. That's playosmo.com. Osmo, learning well played. Hello friends, it's Mr. Jim and welcome back to Kid Short Stories. You know what makes these stories super duper way more awesome, right? Yes, sharing with a friend. So since this is part 2 of this awesome story, you got to make sure that you find 2 friends to text the part 1 episode to so that you can listen to this crazy story together. Are you guys ready to find out what happens? Is Grace going to be able to save her friends from those tree traps? I don't know. Let's find out. Let's go.
Oh, that is great news, Purple Ninjas. You mean you can control the trees? How is that possible?
Well, boss, we've manufactured these really cool vines that are able to transport our purple stinky juice into the trees, and that allows us to control the trees. We wanted to test it on some kids that were making some tree houses, and it worked. We trapped them, and now we're calling them tree traps. So we just have to trick the world into building tree houses so that we can trap them inside.
Interesting. That is a good idea, but I don't know if we will be able to trick all of them into building tree houses. Let's just pump all that purple stinky juice into all the trees in the world, and then the trees can just start grabbing the people. What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds great. We're just gonna need a whole lot more stinky purple juice. We'll start working on that. Over and out.
Great job, Purple Ninjas. I'm very proud of you. We are one step closer to finally taking over the world!
Grace couldn't believe what she was overhearing. Remember in the last episode when she dressed up like a camouflaged bush in the forest? Yes. Well, she was still sitting and outside of some kind of little secret headquarters of the Purple Ninjas, still camouflaged as a bush, and she was able to overhear this entire conversation. She knew that it was urgent, that HQ knew about it. Oh, I can't talk on the walkie-talkie here. They're going to hear me. I got to send them a text message. Here. She's right. There's sometimes when spies can't talk into the walkie-talkie because they'll give away their secret position, and so they just have to send a text. And we have special devices made for that. So if you are ever in a situation where you have to let HQ know, you should probably get our phone number just in case. So go ask your parents, and in the show notes of this episode down below is the very super secret real phone number of HQ. And so you can't let this get out. It has to stay between us and you, okay? Well, back to the story. Grace started sending out the text to HQ to let them know about the situation. And now she needed to start moving into a plan. Grace had been thinking to herself for a while and had come up with a really good plan. Okay, I think first I should try and figure out a way how to get my friends out of their tree traps. And then maybe they could actually help me in getting rid of all that purple stink juice. Yeah, that's a good plan. Grace started carefully crawling back through the forest towards her friends. Remember, she still looked like a bush, and bushes don't run through the forest. Well, they actually don't even move through the forest, but it looks less suspicious when you go slowly. So if you're ever disguised as a bush in the forest, don't run. I think that will give away your position, so you gotta go really, really slowly. Grace remembered that she had a little pocket knife in her back pocket, and thought that maybe she could cut those purple vines that were going to the trees that had caught her friends, and maybe that would stop the trees from being alive. Well, it was worth a try. She crawled over to one of the main purple vines that was leading its way towards the trees that her friends were stuck in. She pulled out her pocket knife and very carefully cut right through the vine. And that stinky purple juice, oh my goodness!
Oh, that was bad. That was very stinky.
Grace plugged her nose and could barely breathe. Purple stinky juice, you don't want to play with that. That is some very bad stinky stink juice. Instantly, as soon as she cut that vine, she could tell that the trees could no longer move. They had become very still. Great. Hey guys, I'm here. Her friends looked down and saw a talking bush.
Oh no, now the bushes are even talking? What in the world kind of forest is this?
Grace pulled the branches off of her head and her back and laughed. No, guys, it's just me. It's Grace. Calm down. Oh, we're so glad to see you, Grace. These trees, I think they came alive somehow, and then when we saw a talking bush, we thought it was the end. We didn't have a chance if there's real talking bushes here, said one of her friends. Well, guys, let me climb up there and cut those branches out so that you can get down. Grace climbed up the ladder and started breaking the branches that were blocking the way. She had to use a lot of muscle because they were pretty strong. Oh, thank you, Grace. We thought we'd be stuck in there forever. So what's the plan? What do we do? Well, you see those purple vines over there? Those are actually powering the trees to become evil through some kind of really stinky purple juice. It's kind of hard to explain what's going on, but you'll just have to trust me. I need you guys to all cut those purple vines from the trees. That will stop the trees from attacking us. I need to go worry about the source. The source where all this stinky juice is coming from. We have to destroy it before the entire world's population of trees start grabbing people. Her friends were kind of in shock. Grace, how did you become so good at planning how to stop bad guys? That is really impressive, they said. You have to remember, Grace's friends didn't know that Grace was on the spy team, and so they were a little surprised. Well, I don't have time to explain, but we really got to start getting into action. So you guys start cutting, and I'll start figuring out how to end that purple stinky juice forever. The plan worked perfectly. All the friends started cutting the purple vines, which ended the crazy energy source that the trees were using to come alive and grab people and turn them into tree traps. And oh boy, I'm so glad that is over. But Grace was worried about the source. As she put on her bush costume again, she started crawling through the forest, back to where the purple ninjas were hiding out. That was the sound of the Spyology drone. They had responded to her text in coming up with an amazing plan. They sent her a vial of this antidote for the stinky juice. All she had to do was pour it into wherever the stinky juice was, and it would turn it into a beautiful smell. I don't know how they did that, but Spyology Squad, they're pretty amazing and come up with the best ways to stop the purple ninjas. All right, I think over there is the giant container that holds all the stinky juice that they have right now. Gotta just pour this in there, said Grace. As she crawled her way over to that large container.
Hey guys, am I saying things, or is that bush over there moving?
Yeah, that's okay. It's probably from the purple juice that the trees are using, and that's totally normal. We'll probably have walking bushes around here by Tuesday. Don't worry.
Okay.
Grace was able to approach that container undetected and drop that antidote. It was a pink liquid that she poured into that container of purple stinky juice, and instantly it took the smell away. Oh, that smells so much better, said Grace. I gotta get out of here. As Grace left to meet up with her friends in the forest, the purple ninjas figured out that something was wrong.
Wait a second. Why does that thing smell like flowers? It's supposed to smell stinky. What in the world happened?
What are you talking about, purple ninjas?
The purple ninjas didn't realize that Dr. Stinky Breath was standing right behind them.
We're not exactly sure, but I think something went wrong with our purple stinky juice.
Purple ninjas? Why does it smell like flowers? That is not a part of the plan. Oh dear, we're gonna have to start all over.
Wow, great job, Grace. You saved not only your friends from those tree traps, but also the entire world from trees that come alive. Oh dear, I'm very glad that we do not live in a world with trees that are alive. That would be terrifying. Great job, Grace. You saved the day. And that is the end of our adventure. Hey parents, it's Mr. Jim here. This back to school season, give your kids the tools they need to have fun while they learn with Osmo. Osmo's Reading Adventure Learn to Read game is an interactive tool aimed at children ages 5 to 7 that help them practice and develop reading fundamentals, turning them into young, confident, skilled readers, because it's never too early to fall in love with reading. Watching our youngest play with Reading Adventure this summer, I can see how much more ready he is for when kindergarten is starting very, very soon. Visit playosmo.com to check out the Reading Adventure new reader kit today. That's playosmo.com. Osmo, learning well played. Visit playosmo.com to check out the Reading Adventure new reader kit today. Great job, you listened all the way to the end, and you know what time it is. It's time for Kid Shoutouts. I want to say hey to Alexandra and Gloom from Surrey, Isaac from British Columbia, Susanna from New Mexico, Colette from New Jersey, Kaz from Washington, Eli, Lucy, and Sammy from Pennsylvania, Henry and Harvey from California, and Reva from Virginia. I'm so glad that you're all in the Kid Short Stories family and on our spy team. We could not stop Dr. Stinky Breath and his crew without you, my friends. Well, you have a super duper day, and I will see you next time. Bye! Hey parents, it's Mr. Jim here. This back to school season, give your kids the tools they need to have fun while they learn with Osmo. Osmo's Reading Adventure Learn to Read game is an interactive tool for kids 5 to 7 that help them practice and develop reading fundamentals. Because it's never too early to fall in love with reading, visit playosmo.com to check out the Reading Adventure new reader kit today. That's playosmo.com. Osmo, learning well played. Hey parents, we all know that feeling of heading back to school, right? That exciting time for new pencils and fresh starts. But what about fresh lunch ideas? Boar's Head has been going back to school for over 115 years, so they know all about packing the perfect lunchbox with uncompromising quality and all-time family favorites like Ever Roast, oven roasted chicken breast, maple glazed honey-coated ham, and American cheese. Boar's Head makes packing lunch easy and delicious. Look for Boar's Head at your local deli counter and learn more at boarshead.com/back-to-school. Boar's Head, compromise elsewhere.